Hey guys, so I have recently, well actually very recently, last night I have watched the Among Us TV series that they just dropped out of nowhere. The teaser, the trailer was posted on the same day. Well, we knew it was coming, but we just got jump scared with it, I guess. So I was avoiding it for a bit, especially after I heard about that one scene from episode 5. You know the one if you've watched the show. If you don't, just you'll see. But I'm just here to talk about the show in general because I watched it, like I just said, and it actually wasn't bad. I actually really enjoyed it. It was actually pretty funny. It actually had a pretty good story and characters. And probably the best aspect of the show and the reason that it's, good, it knew when to take itself seriously. It it knew when to drop the jokes, or at least tones them down. And that's like a really good asset for a show to have. And it also did a good job of getting you attached to the characters pretty quickly, at least to some extent, some less than others, some more than others. But it did a good job of getting you their whole deal and giving them a bit of a character arc, except for White, who I'm just going to spoil right now is the first one to die in the show. But he was a joke character, so it's not that big a deal. But everyone else, most of them, you feel at least like a little something when they die because you actually got to know them. And I did like the general vibe of the show because even though it was very funny, except for the moments where it knew not to be, it had a sort of like a looming sense of dread, kind of, which is a guarantee with an Among Us show. Like the premise of Among Us is always going to invoke that kind of feeling in you. Like the premise of a show where you just get to know the characters and you just know one of them fake, you don't know who it is, and then they just all get plucked off one by one. That should always be a somewhat disturbing premise, even if the show's pretty funny. So I really liked that, and they did take good advantage of it. Like you could feel the dread and tension building up. And I'll say, like, towards the later episodes, it even starts getting, like, pretty bleak. Again, it was still funny, but, like, they did a good job of, like, just making things feel just more and more hopeless as the episodes went on. And I'll even say some of the deaths got me emotional. Not that many, though, but some of the... And not like, oh, I'm about to cry emotional, but they got me to feel something, and I was, like, actually upset that this character was dead. So all in all, I'd honestly give it a very solid 7.5 out of 10. Because I don't know, 7 just sounds too low, but then 8 sounds too high, so we're just gonna settle with like 7.5, 7.8. Yeah, like that. But all in all, it was a good and entertaining watch, and I would personally recommend it. It took barely any time. The episodes are only like 12 minutes each, and there's only 10 of them. So you could knock it out pretty quickly in a binge. And I'm going to be honest, I'm looking forward to and would watch a season 2. That's about all I have to say. Thank God this one stayed short, unlike the Digital Circus one. So, bye.